Hello. Namaskar. So I am requesting Mr. Pradeep Pahalwani to come on the podium and start this Shradhanjali Sabha.
Good morning. Namaskar. Today, we have gathered together to pay our homage to late Nalbai Patel. So, we all know what Nalbai Patel means to us here in Lagos and what he has done during his lifetime. So, we are kick-starting this condolence meeting now. I will request Pandit Shuklaji to start the Shanti part and the Bhagavad Gita part.
Mic पर करेंगे.
So avaridas utridah devano jadha sadamitrya sannaprayo dakshidano dive devanam bhadrasu madhivenu yata devanam kurati ravino divadadha devanam sakkumvate vimabhayam devanaha ayoho nadirando dhivase Tanho bhayani vidahu mahe bhayam vadam vidhamane laksamasi dhamma Ajamanam varunako sovamasvino sarasvatiyaha subhagamayaskarada Vedasvamanudaha prashtimadaraha sumanjavano vidadhe bhujagmayaha Amnijiva manavaha surajakshavo visveno deva asana manneha Badram dhane bhisheno yamadeva Badram vasema Savija jagraha Sirairinge Yushova vasastano Hirvaseva hideva hidanjadayo Charavindam chararo Gandhideva Yatrashtagrajare Shantanona Putraso Yedhavirano Vahandimano Madhyadhirithalayanando Haribhyo Haribhyandari Samarebe Manasabhida विश्वैदेव अदितिः पञ्चजना अदिजातमदितेजनित्वम् यो शान्तिरन्तरिक्षो शान्तिः धरणी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोहरयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वतो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सहमा शान्तिरेति यदो यदः सविहसे ततो नो अभयं गुरो शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः विश्वानि देव सविदर् दुरितानि परासुः जद्भद्रं धन्न आसुः ॐ पितृभ्यः स्वधायिभ्यः स्वधा नमः प्रपितामहेभ्यः स्वधायिभ्यः स्वधा नमः अक्षन्निधनो मे मदन्तभिधरो दिव्यबन्धभिधरः सुन्दरं महा ॐ शान्तिः 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 वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। अतः श्री द्वादश अध्याय श्री अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताय भक्तास्त्वं परिभासते शरणमभ्यर्थं तेषां ते योगवीतमा। अर्जुन बोले कि जो अनन्य प्रेमी भक्तजन पूर्वोक्त प्रकार से निरंतर आपके भजन ध्यान में लगे रहकर आपके सर्वों परमेश्वर को और जो दूसरे केवल अविनाशी सच्चिदानंद निरंतर ब्रह्म को ही अति श्रेष्ठ भाव से बसते हैं, इन दोनों प्रकार के उपासकों में अति उत्तम योग वेता कौन है? श्री भगवान वाच मय्यामेषमनोमेहिमा नित्य युक्त उपासते स्मृतिया भयोगेता हे मे युक्ता। परंतु जो पुरुष इंद्रियों के समुदाय को वही प्रकार वश में करने के मन बुद्धि से पर सर्वव्यापी अकथनीय और सदा एक रस रहने वाले नित्य अचल निरंकार विनाशी सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म को निरंतर एक ही भाव से ध्यान करते हुए बसते हैं, वे संपूर्ण भूतों को हितले और सत्य में समान भाव वाले योगियों को मुझको प्राप्त होते हैं। परंतु जो मेरे परायण रहने वाले भक्तजन संपूर्ण कर्मों को मुझे अर्पण करके मुझ सर्वोच्च रूप परमेश्वर को अनन्य भक्ति योग से निरंतर चिंतन करते हुए बसते हैं, हे अर्जुन उन मुझ में चित्त लगाने वाले प्रेमी भक्तजन शीघ्र ही मृत्यु संसार रूप समुद्र को उद्धार करने वाले होते हैं। मुझ में मन को लगाकर, मुझ में बुद्धि को लगाकर और इसके उपरांत तू मुझ में ही निवास करेगा, इसमें कुछ भी संशय नहीं है। अतः चित्तम समाधातु न शक्नोषि महेश्वरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मां इच्छन्तो धनंजय। यदि तुम मन को मुझ में ही अचल स्थापन करने के लिए समर्थ नहीं है तो हे अर्जुन अभ्यास रूप के लिए समर्थ नहीं है तो हे अर्जुन योग के द्वारा मुझको ही प्राप्त करना। यदि वो उपयुक्त अभ्यास में असमर्थ है तो केवल मेरे लिए कर्म करने ही परायण हो जा। इस प्रकार मेरे निमित्त कर्मों का करता हुआ भी मेरा प्राप्ति रूप सिद्धि को प्राप्त हो जाता है। यदि मेरी प्राप्ति रूप योग को वासित करने के लिए उपयुक्त साधनों को करने में भी तू असमर्थ है तो मन बुद्धि आदि पर विजय प्राप्त करने वाला होकर सब कर्म को फल का त्याग कर दे। मर्म को ध्यान कर किए गए अभ्यास से ज्ञान श्रेष्ठ होता है और ज्ञान से मुझ परमेश्वर स्वरूप का ध्यान श्रेष्ठ होता है और ध्यान करने से सब कर्मों का फल का त्याग श्रेष्ठ होता है, क्योंकि त्याग करने से ही मन को परम शांति प्राप्त होती है। जो पुरुष सब भूतों में एक स्वभाव से स्वार्थ रहित सबका प्रेम हेतु रहित दयालु होता है, ममता से रहित होता है, अहंकार से रहित होता है और सुख और दुख को प्राप्ति सम मानता है, अर्थात अपराध करने वाले को भी अभय देने वाला होता है, जो योगी मनुष्य निरंतर संतुष्ट रहता है। मन इंद्रियों से शरीर को वश में किए हुए मुझ में दृढ़ निश्चय वाला मुझ में अर्पण हो। उदासीनो गतव्यः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी जो मद भक्त स्वामी प्रिय। जो लोग कभी हर्षित होता है न द्वेष करता है न शोक करता है न भावना करता है। जो पुरुष सुख और अशुभ को संपूर्ण कर्मों का त्याग करके यह भक्ति युक्त पुरुष मुझको प्रिय होता है। जो शत्रु मित्र में और मान अपमान में सम मानता है, सर्दी गर्मी सुख दुख आदि द्वंद्वों को सम मानता है और आसक्ति रहित होता है। जो निद्रा युक्त होकर समझने वाला मननशील जिस किसी प्रकार से शरीर को निर्वाह होने में सदा ही संतुष्ट होता है, वह स्थिर बुद्धि भक्तिमान मुझको प्रिय होता है। परंतु जो श्रद्धा युक्त पुरुष मेरे परायण होकर इस ऊपर कहे हुए धर्ममय अमृत को निष्काम प्रेम भाव से सेवन करते हैं, वे भक्त मुझको से प्रिय होते हैं। ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्यायां योग शास्त्रे श्री कृष्णार्जुन संवादे भक्ति योग नाम द्वादशाध्यायः सम्पूर्णः। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 श्री राम जय राम जय जय। आत्माए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो बड़ी मना योगे कही जे क्या पुण्य प्रेम ओ प्रभु जी अपनी भक्ति करे लख 84 बंधनों ने लक्ष्य मालय जो परिमात्माए हाथ माने शांति साची आपजो सुख संपत्ति सुविचारने सतधर्मनोलैवार सो जन्मो जन्म सत्संगति किरितारि पार उतार सो आलोकने परलोक मातव प्रेम रग रग व्यापजो परिमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो मय मोक्ष के सुख सर्गना आशा उड़े तेरी नदी जो देह दुर्लभ मानवी नो भजन करवा पावती साचू बतावे रूप श्री रण छोड़ धरे सापजो परिमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो परिमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो परिमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Om Shanti. I request the technical team to put on the video, which has been made as a tribute to Shri. Over to the technical team.
Sound.
Dear Kaka, we still can't believe we are reading a tribute because of your passing. Words cannot describe this difficult moment, but if this is the last time we get to say goodbye, then we know we will do so with the knowledge that we consider ourselves blessed to have received so much love, affection and wisdom from you. You touched so many lives by your selfless and countless acts of kindness, always giving and never expecting anything in return. Your dedication to a cause was what set you apart. For every institution you worked for, you laid the path for others to succeed. The benefits of your hard work is a living testimony for so many young men and women you took under your wings at a personal and professional level. You had the energy and endurance of an Olympic athlete, attending every function, luncheons, birthday, and charitable event, not to mention the ones you graciously hosted. Uncle, You are and will always be an inspiration to ourselves and to all who knew you. You have left a void in our lives that will never be filled.
Mr. Naranbhai G. Patel was born on 11th of November 1939 at Mahua, a small village in Gujarat, India. He attended schools and colleges in Gujarat. Born into a business family of Patels, Mr. Patel entered the business world while still in his teens. He left India in 1957 to join his brother in the family business in Accra, Ghana. After more than 20 years of successful ventures in Ghana, Mr. Patel came to Nigeria in 1979. Mr. Patel is a successful industrialist in Nigeria, and his philanthropic activities touches the lives of many Nigerians. He is a keen educationist, and his humanitarian activities have earned him recognition and admiration within local and international communities. During his 40 years in Nigeria, Mr. Patel had business interest in diversified fields. He was the chief executive of the Metro Group, based in Lagos for 4 decades. Metro Group is engaged in manufacturing of plastic-based products. In the factories at Lupeju, thousands of Nigerians have received on-the-job training, which has enabled them to settle down in life either by securing better employment. Mr. Patel has also encouraged the employment of physically challenged, deaf and dumb Nigerians in his companies in Lagos. He always also encouraged the youth to join his company for industrial training. Mr. Patel provided donations and financial support towards establishing educational institutions for primary and secondary schools, with the goal of spreading education across Nigeria. Mr. Patel strongly believes that education is the only true asset of every individual. Providing extensive financial support to Lugbejo Polytechnic, an institution based at Lugbejo, Osun State, for technical knowledge and practical training. Rehabilitation of many dilapidated schools in Palmgrove and Lupeju. Providing clean drinking water and water for toilet facilities. Installing bore wells and plumbing works where needed. Mr. Patel has also provided a bore well for drinking water to the Lagos State Public Library in Lupeju, after observing that this library had been operating without clean water for years. He has also financially supported many Nigerians to visit India. He has provided highly technical and costly medical journals and books to Lagos University Teach Hospital, LUTH, and Lagos State University Teach Hospital. Mr. Patel's service to humanity did not stop only in Nigeria, he was also doing same in India. He founded a very big university in his community in India, making financial donations and land and properties available for it. A university that he has funded in his home state has over 12,000 students getting educated in various streams. Today, he was also a major donor to Rotary Eye Institute, Navsari in India. Every year, doctors come from Navsari to carry out cataract surgeries for free for 2,000 to 3,000 Nigerians. Indo Eye Care Foundation, Rotary Club of Lagos Palmgrove Estate, Indian Cultural Association, Hindu Mandir Foundation, Indian Language School, Indian Professional Forum, Gujarati Samaj, and many such organizations. His philanthropy has been so huge and so widespread that it not humanly possible for anyone to encompass it in a few minutes. Nigeria has lost a friend, a humanitarian and an industrialist. He was a Gujarati by tribe, but he was uncle to every Indian in Lagos. He had that amazing quality in him, that anyone who would come to him will return richer. Richer in thought, in deeds and in action. His life expressed the difference between a human being and being human. The Indo-Eye Care Hospital, in Ajala State, is one of his dream project, and he was able to involve the entire Indian community, to not only contribute towards the building of the hospital, but he also succeeded in making a team of some of the biggest industrialists, philanthropists to run the foundation. Recognition and award. The federal government of Nigeria has recognized the meritorious service of Mr. Patel to needy and underprivileged Nigerians for many years and awarded the honor of Member of the Order of the Federal Republic, MFR. At the investiture ceremony held at Abuja on Monday 29th of September 2014, the President of Nigeria has confirmed the National Award, MFR, on him. In the history of Indian community in Nigeria, Mr. Patel is the first Indian to receive such a prestigious award from the federal government of Nigeria. He has made the Indian community proud. We can go on and on and on and still not be able to capture the various shades of his exemplary life. We all have so many personal anecdotes of our interaction with him. Rest on Mr. Patel. You lived an exemplary life. You came, you saw, and you contributed immensely to the betterment of the world. You will forever be in our hearts and in the hearts of all of those who benefited as a result of your giving.
बोलिए ना, बोलिए।
And now playing Patel, playing tribute to Dr. Shradhanjali Sabha Prayer. I request the technical team to take the buttons, please.
तू प्यार का सागर
Unmute it, sir.
तू प्यार का सागर तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे लौटा दिया तुमने लौटा दिया तुमने ले जाएंगे जहाँ से ले जाएंगे जहाँ से तू प्यार का सागर है तू प्यार का सागर है पागल मन का पागल पंछी उड़ने को बेकरार उड़ने को बेकरार पंख है कोमल आग है धुंधली जाना है सागर पार जाना है सागर पार अब तू किसके समझा अब तू किसके समझा राह भूले के कहाँ से हम राह भूले के कहाँ से हम प्यार का सागर है तू प्यार का
We're going to play the second version now. The technical team, the second version, please.
तार मन अद्भुत है ये साज, हर के कर से बज रहा, हर की ये आवाज। तन के तंबूरे में दो सांसों के तार बोले, जय सिया राम जय राम, जय सिया राम राम जय राधे श्याम। तन के तंबूरे में दो, तन के तंबूरे में दो सांसों के तार बोले, जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम, जय सिया राम राम जय राधे श्याम। के मंदिर में के मंदिर में प्रभु मंदिर में के मंदिर में प्रभु का हुआ बसेरा, प्रभु का हुआ बसेरा। के मंदिर में प्रभु का हुआ बसेरा, प्रभु का हुआ सिया राम राम जय राधे श्याम जय सिया राम राम जय राधे श्याम लगन लगी भारी से जगिल जगमग ज्योति लगन लगी भारी से जगिल जगमग ज्योति जगिल जगमग ज्योति वासी तो भक्तियों में हो प्यासी तो भक्तियों में हो प्यासी तो भक्तियों में आंसुओं के पार बोले जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम जय सिया राम राम जय राधे श्याम तन के तंबूरे में दो तन के तंबूरे में दो सांसों के पार बोले जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम जय सिया राम जय राधे
सर
पर सांझ सवेरे छाए हैं घन घोर अंधेरे ओ शंकर मेरे कब होंगे दर्शन मेरे कब होंगे दर्शन जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे छाए हैं घन घोर अंधेरे मेरे कब होंगे दर्शन तेरे मैं मूर्ख तू अंतर्यामी मैं मूर्ख तू अंतर्यामी मैं सेवक तू मेरा स्वामी कार्य मुझसे नाता छोड़ा मन छोड़ा मंदिर भी छोड़ा कितनी दूर लगाए तूने जाकर लाश तेरे पार तेरे जोत जगाते तेरे पार पे जोत जगा के जुग बीते तेरे गुण गा के जुग बीते तेरे गुण गा के ना मांगू मैं हीरे मोती मांगू बस थोड़ी सी ज्योति
है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम श्याम श्याम। जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। माखन ब्रज में एक चुरावे, एक बैर बिल्ली के खावे, माखन ब्रज में एक चुरावे, एक बैर बिल्ली के खावे, प्रेम भाव से भरे अनोखे दोनों के काम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम। जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। एक कंस पापी को मारे, एक दुष्ट रावण संहारे, एक कंस पापी को मारे, एक दुष्ट रावण संहारे, दोनों दिल के सुधार करके दोनों बल के राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। एक राधिका के संग राजे, एक जानकी संग विराजे, एक राधिका के संग राजे, एक जानकी संग विराजे, चाहे सीता राम को हो या बोलो राधे श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। जग में सुंदर है दोना, चाहे कृष्ण को हो या राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम
The bhajans were put together by the group, the Swayatra group. Just a minute, there's some echo. Okay, so the bhajan prayer, what we just heard, was put together by the Swayatra group. Proceeding with the condolence meeting, I'll request Mr. Harinbhai Patel, his late Naranbhai Patel's nephew, to come and speak at this point of time. So, Harinbhai Patel, please, over to you. Please unmute yourself and speak, Mr. Harinbhai Patel.
Thank you. For me today, speaking here on behalf of myself and our whole family, I just am still in a state of emptiness. As far as my memory goes, I don't remember a day without knowing Nana and my Nani, who unfortunately we have lost in the last 2 months. Fortunately, I have to say that I was blessed enough to have 2 sets of parents, my Nana and my Nani being one. It is just painful, but we have to accept that this is part of life. But I'm honored, I'm privileged, I'm grateful to have had someone so loving, someone so caring, both for our whole entire family and for everyone that he came across. He just had that touch of humanity in everything that he saw, everything that he listened to, everything that he heard, and everything that he did as a result. Even as I sit here in India, I have to say that I'm absolutely in awe of everything that he's done here, of all the love and respect that everyone has shown him and is continuing to show for all that he has done. It is just difficult to believe that somebody who has lived such a fulfilled life in the service of humanity, in the service of so many others that needed help, and to see all of that today, I can only say that I am totally blessed. Our family is totally blessed to have had such a person in our lives, and an example that we would all love to follow. He has left big shoes to try and step into, to try and follow in his footsteps. But it is something that we're all proud. We're all very proud to have had in our lives. In the last few days, I've had the privilege of doing the Asti Visarjan for my Nana. at Kabirwar, and at the same place in Hardwar, where we sent off my auntie Nani just 2 months earlier. And with our final prayers, with all that he has done, we pray for his eternal peace and the attainment of moksha, which he fully deserves. I would equally like to thank everybody who has been sending messages of love, support, and kindness. And we really appreciate it as a family. And thank you very much for the same. Om Shanti. May his soul rest in eternal peace alongside Nani. And may they be as happy as they deserve to be wherever they are together. Thank you.
Thank you, Harin Bhai. Each of your words resound with us because I know how much we miss him here and what he meant to us. So if I say I get your feelings, yes, that's true. But at the same time, no words can describe what he has done for people around him, people whom he came in contact with. Thank you, Harin Bhai. Before proceeding, I would just request the participants to off their video so that the bandwidth can be better for the transmission when the speakers are speaking. Yeah. So now I'll request Yogesh Bhai, representing the Navsari Eye Hospital, to unmute himself and on the video and speak a few words for our late Naran Bhai Patel, please. Yogesh Bhai. Yogesh Bhai. Okay. What we are going to do is we can't see him online now, so we'll take it up his words later. Now I'll request Mr. Rachit Rawat, representing the Indian High Commission, to unmute his mic on his video and speak a few words, please. Mr. Rachit Rawat, representing Indian High Commission. Over to you, sir.
Namaskar, everyone. I, on behalf of the High Commissioner of India and all the officials of the High Commission of India in Lagos and in Abuja, convey our deepest and sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Shri Narayan Bhai Patel, MFR. I had the honor and privilege to have met him and his wife earlier in 2019 upon my arrival in Nigeria, and to have taken his guidance and advice on several community matters. His contribution in strengthening the India-Nigeria ties and in advancing the interests of the host and the Indian community will be cherished and will continue to inspire us all. I convey the deepest condolences again. He will be deeply missed. I would also like to take the opportunity to read out the message of the High Commissioner of India. And I quote, "On behalf of the members and families of the High Commission of India in Abuja and its office in Lagos, as well as the concerned Indian authorities dealing with welfare and matters to overseas Indians, I convey my deepest condolences on the sad demise of Shri Narayan Bhai Patel, MFR, the widely respected elder and leading light of vibrant Indian community in Nigeria. I fondly recall my several personal interactions with Shri Narayan Bhai Patel at important community gatherings, during visit to the Hindu Mandir complex and the Indian language school board meetings. Despite his age, his presence, advice, and guidance at these interactions was immensely valuable and reassuring. He was extremely close to his gracious wife, whose recent demise probably affected him deeply. His contribution towards building and strengthening lasting institutions and community welfare, as well as towards building lasting friendships with Nigerians and furthering India-Nigeria relations was exemplary, which will be cherished for years and decades to come. After doing so much on this earth, time had probably come for God to call him close to himself. May his noble soul rest in peace. His life and work will continue to inspire and guide our community. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rachitji. I now request Dr. Deep Mirani to please say a few words. Over to you, sir. Please unmute yourself, sir. You're not able to hear you, sir. Unmute your mic, sir. Mr. Mirani. Mr. Mirani, you need to unmute your mic, please.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear, sir. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Sir, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah, because I have lost the video because I'm in a car and my battery has run out. Anyway,
No problem, sir.
I would say that Mr. Patel was a light for Indian community. He was an inspiration for everybody wherever he put his foot. In India, in Africa, in US, and many other places, Rotary. I think he was a wonderful person I have met, and my association with him goes beyond 60 to 70 years. There are so many things for Mr. Patel I can say, but unfortunately, my heart at the moment is wavering, and it is difficult that I should hold my thoughts consistent and say something tangible. But in short, I would say that he was our light, and at the moment I find myself that we are dappling in a dark, and it will take us few days, maybe a few weeks or months, that we come back into our own situation, and his good work will certainly continue wherever he has started. So God bless his soul. The both husband and wife were wonderful people. And as Haren said, that at the moment their souls are together, and I'm happy that they are certainly be having each other's company, which is also very essential in life, that husband and wife should always be together. So they were together in life and they are together in death. God bless them, and they should rest in a peace. And my assurance to Legations that his good work will continue, and God bless everybody. Thank you very much. I don't know. Lecture view you have. कुछ बोलते अरे मैं जेब में घर में हूँ भाई लफड़ो न थे बुद्धम परम मन मुखे इनवाइट कयूं त कुछ ॻाल्हाए त ॻाल्हाए न सघियुसि न हू चवंदा त भई निराणी ॻाल्हाए हा पोइ चयईं त बैटरी ज़ीरो लॻी पई हुई न
I request the DG, District 9110, Rotarian Remy Bello, please unmute himself, put on his camera and say a few words about Rotarian Nanbhai Patel. Over to you, Rotarian Remy Bello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you all. I am Rotarian Rembello. Are you hearing me? Hello? Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly, my DG.
Thank you very much, my Rotarian president and the family and friends of our late past assistant governor Patel. I am Rotarian Remy Bello, the district governor, Rotary International District 9110. On behalf of all the Rotarians of our district, covering and state with and indeed Rotary International worldwide. We commiserate with the family, the Rotary Club of Lagos and the State, where our late on the home call of this is like asking somebody standing in the deck of suspicion to get accurate description of the elephant. You will only be able to speak on the side they are seeing of that elephant. So that is my dilemma in giving this tribute, that I got a way around it by collating some views of our leaders in Rotary in our platform and come with this very important tribute to summarize it all. This was given by our past district governor, Wale Ogunbadejo, who says, and I quote, when great souls pass over, the heavens rejoice, waiting for being able to struggle free of matter while we mourn here on earth. This is an irreparable loss to the family, Rotary, Nigeria, and indeed an Indian by birth, a Nigerian by naturalization, a Nigerian with national honor of MFR, an industrialist, philanthropist, a Rotarian par excellence, an AKS member. An AKS member is that person that contributed $250,000 to our foundation, the Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation is the heart and soul of Rotary. That is the foundation that our organization is using to do all the good we are doing in the world. A mentor, a coach, father to both Nigerians and Indians. Your passing is coming some months after we lost your wife, P.A.G. Patel, arrived in Nigeria more than 42 years ago and made Nigeria his home, contributing immensely to our industrial growth. A refined, enlightened soul and humanist who gave his all to serving humanity and his creator to the best of his ability. He said, I quote, I came to know him a bit intimately as the district secretary under our past district governor, the Deshoga, in 2010-2011. And when it was my turn, that was the turn of DG Wale Ogunbadejo as a district governor, he said he requested from him to grant the district the use of his foundation points to match others, and he willingly gave us the right and this in no small way to building our foundation even that year. Just as he contributed to Nigerian growth, so did he play such a great role in his community in India. as he proceeds on his way to the pursuit of excellence in the higher, more beautiful realms. May his beautiful soul awaken joyful experiences. May he be permitted eternal abode in heaven, strength the family, and Rotary Club of Lagos and Grove Estate, and all Rotarians worldwide to bear the pains of separation. Adieu, Patel. Thank you very much. Signed, Rotarian Remy, District Governor, District 910.
Thank you, my DG. I'll now request Mr. A.K. Mirchandani. Please unmute your mic on your video and speak a few words about the late Shradhanjali Patel. Mr. A.K. Mirchandani, please.
Yes, it's definitely a very sad day. I knew Shradhanjali Patel and the family, I would say over 50 years. And for unfortunately, we all have to go one day. But when we go, we have to do something that people should cry and we go happily. When we come, we always cry when we come. But always, when you do a good karma, it will always take you in the heaven. Lord himself will send the angels to bring him to heaven. That is my prayer. It is difficult to say too much because everyone needs a time to speak. And I can only say I've had long relationship. I'm also a trustee. He and myself and Mr. Mirani, we got together with Chechi Chandra, Harkishan Das, and then this formation came, and a lot of other Indians community also contributed. Today, the hospital is standing. It's a beautiful thing to have a monument which will serve many of Nigerians, many of Indians. In fact, in Sona Group, we had a number of people who were part of the hospital and having oxygen, etc. I can tell you, this is a great support for all the community. And he will always be remembered as a good man. He cannot be anywhere else. But I will pray for his soul, for his wife's soul. They were all kind people. They were every time thinking, how do we help? How do we help? How do you help? This was one of the very important things for us to understand, that we must follow steps. We must follow the steps. We do not follow the steps. I think that we will lose the momentum of following the path of Lord. May God bless all of us and may God bless everyone. I only say once again that he will be missed. He will be cherished in our memories all the time. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. A.K. Mirchandani. I'll now request Mr. Yogendraji Lalwani to please come and say a few words. Over to you, Mr. Yogendra Lalwani ji. Please unmute yourself on your video and say a few words, please. Okay, I think we'll take him later on. We now move to the next person. I'll request Mr. Nari Golani to please come on stage, the virtual stage, unmute yourself on your video and say a few words about late Shradhanjali Patel, please. Mr. Nari Golani. Okay, it seems he's having some internet challenges. I'll now request Chief Dugard from the Rajasthan Samaj to come on stage and say a few words. Chief Dugard ji, please unmute yourself. Please on your video and say a few words. Thank you. Chief Dugarji. Okay, we're trying to locate him online. We request. Okay. Chief Dugarji, can you hear me? Chief Dugarji, we are waiting for you, sir. Okay. Please
Yeah,
unmute
thank you,
yourself,
sir. My mic was mute.
Yes, okay, we can hear you clearly now.
Yeah. Jai Shri Krishna. This is a very sad occasion for the whole Indian community in Nigeria. My association with Mr. Patel and his family, Savitriben Patel, goes to 1984 when I joined in Nigeria, and I met him in first time in the school for admission of my son. And then he was always a guide for all the activities. And we have seen we did not have a place to worship in. We didn't have a place to celebrate our Garba and all other Indian festival. We were doing at Chief Bhandari's house, and he said, and we started work on that project where the Hindu Mandir is standing today. And whatever assistance was possible from Tower Aluminium side, we did it. And I joined him when he was vice president of ICA. He asked me to join, and I joined him 1985 as a joint secretary with him. And it was a long association. And we all know what he has done for Nigerian community. The Jaipur food was ICAM, and whatever, so many things he has done. And I'm sorry, Nigerian and Indian community in Nigeria is going to miss him a lot. And I pray for both Savitri Ben and Mr. Narayan Bhai Patel to rest his soul in perfect peace in heaven. And Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Chief Dugarji. I now request Mrs. Suman Kanwar to please come on stage and speak a few words. Mrs. Suman Kanwarji.
Namaskar. Mr. Patel's passing on marks the end of an era, truly the end of an era. My deepest condolences to the Patel family and the entire Indian community in Nigeria. Mr. Patel was a person who has done a lot for society, both in India and in Nigeria. And he was an integral part of the ILS family and a trustee who took a keen and helpful interest in the day-to-day running of the school. I had a long association with him during my tenure as the principal of ILS, and I must say that he always stood by my side and had my back. And together, we crossed many a hurdle. I can never forget his involvement and the help meted out by him in liaising with the Nigerian government and the various ministries for the school. He would always be in the forefront when dealing with them and help resolve many a matter with ease. I even remember the number of long trips of several hours duration we had to undertake together to Akure to meet one of the landlords to buy a property that the school needed. We made three trips, and Mr. Patel accompanied me on all the 3 trips. He also took full responsibility for buying the building materials when the building at 901 Lake was under construction. If not for Mr. Patel, that building won't be standing there today. Many of you may not know that he also acted as a counselor for many of family for many a problem if the need arose. He has left behind a void that is difficult to fill. He was a philanthropist, a humanitarian, an extremely humble and well-grounded human being with high ideals, a selfless, dedicated, and I must say, a fearless worker. We shall miss him deeply. I remember reading something which is so apt for him. You carve your name on hearts and tombstones, but a legacy is etched into the minds of others and the stories they share about you. Rest in peace, Mr. Patel. Om Shanti.
Unmute your mic on your video, and it seems he's not online currently. We'll catch up with him later. Now I request, okay, it seems he's coming online. Mr. Raghu, can you hear us? Yeah, Mr. Raghu, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, please. I'll be there.
Okay, we can hear you also. So please, sir, please go ahead, sir. Please on your video, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, very audible, very clear.
Shri Naranbhai Patel, MFR, was a humble and pious person. His contribution to the Hindu Mandir Foundation, Indo iCare Foundation, the Indian community in Lagos, and also the Nigerians, poor and needy Nigerians, was immense. I first met him some 30 years ago when he came first to meet my late chairman, Chief H.P. Chandra, to solicit some donation for Navratri celebrations. Over the years, our association grew when our group joined him in the artificial limb project and also the iCare hospital project. Personally, I had a very good relationship with him and a good rapport with him. His support and assistance in building the Lord Muruga temple and later the temple for the Navagraha, the 9 planets, will always be remembered by us. It can never be forgotten. And that support continued till his last day. The first thought that came to my mind when I heard about his demise was that he could have lived a little longer to see the commissioning and the running of the eye hospital, a project he was very passionate about. Patel Sahab, we will all strive hard in fulfilling your dream. I extend my heartfelt condolences to his family and friends. And Patel Sahab, you will be missed by one and all. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Mr. Raghu, I cannot agree with you more that he should have lived little more to see the operations being conducted at the hospital, which was one of his dreams come true, which he was so passionate about. And that dream, he made sure that came to reality. We are just at the corner. We are just almost there when the operations will be conducted there. So I fully agree with you, Mr. Raghu. Thank you for bringing that one up. I'll now request Chief Sanjay Jainji, the ICA President, to come and speak few words. Chief Sanjay Jainji, please unmute your mic on your video and then come and say a few words, please. Chief Sanjay Jain.
Namaskar to everybody. Good afternoon. I never thought in my dreams even that one day there will be a condolence meeting like this and I will be I will have to speak on this condolence meeting. But with heavy heart, I cannot express my feelings in the words. This is the situation I am in. All of you have spoken so many things, and which are very true. He was a great personality on the soil of Nigeria as well as India, in his village, Maua, UK, USA. Wherever he went, he left his stamp of his personality. A very humble person, always. I must say that my association with him is as old as almost 25 years. And I am fortunate enough to work with him on many of the projects. Today, like Raghu has told and Pradeep has endorsed that view that he should have lived little more to see the opening or grand opening of this eye hospital. I remember walking with him on Palm Grove streets, looking for a residential building which can be converted to the eye hospital. When we were in the committee of Hindu Mandir Foundation, I remember every Saturday before the meeting or some other Saturdays also, we will go on foot, house by house, and see whether it is on sale. And some of the houses were shortlisted, and one number 10 was purchased at that time with a view that eye hospital would have will come there. Apart from it, apart from this eye foundation, I must say as ICA president that he was patron of Indian Cultural Association, a very old timer patron who has contributed immensely, whether he was on the committee or whether he was not on the committee. I have lots of memories. We went for a inauguration of a water facility in a school in one across the road from the Palm Grove. Dr. Thomopoulos, myself, and Patel Saab, and it was a huge school having 3,000 children. His dream project was this artificial limb project also, where so many people got the artificial limb in Nigeria. The legacy must continue. I know that a lot of things he has done and he will be remembered always. I should not forget to mention that what he did for school is uncomparable. My due respect to all the trustees of the school, but like Mrs. Suman Kanwar told, that he was man on the field. He was man on ground always. I must tell you one thing that, contractor always try to do something or for saving the cost of the project. And he did not know that one such trustee is always on the field or on the ground. And Mr. Patel will go to give a round to school when this new building was constructed. And he caught many irregularities on the part of the contractor and ensured that the project comes in good time. And I don't want to give those details. Mrs. Kanwar will know, and many other people who are trustees here present in this webinar, they will also know. Lot of examples. He was trustee, or you can say chairman of the board of trustee of Hindu Mandir Foundation. Even in my capacity as president or general secretary or vice president of ICA, I would not go every day to ICA center, but he ensured that every day morning after finishing his walk, he must be in the temple and see that all the things are in place. Such dedication, it is very difficult to find any one personality who are left behind to take care of the projects which he started. I must say that he was a very disciplined person. He took very good care of his health, and he also encouraged me to take care of my health, not only himself, but auntie also. I feel personally that even if I can achieve 10% of his whatever qualities he had, my aim would have been completed. We all know that he was very humble. He had extraordinary qualities. He had a great personality. And with this, I would only say that we cannot forget him. Patel Saab, we will miss you. Thank you very much.
Shanti. Thank you, Sanjay ji. I'll now request Mr. Shiva Subramaniam ji, the Indio Eye Care Foundation trustee, to please come and speak few words. Mr. Shiva Subramaniam ji, please unmute your mic yourself, put on your video and speak few words, please. Thank you.
Namaste and thank you very much. It's a very sad day for all of us. I think all what we can say about Mr. Patel has been beautifully put together in that video by Sabha. And you know, all the speakers who speak before me, starting from Mr. Mirani, Mr. Mirchandani, and Dr. Suman Kanwar and Sanjay, they all actually spoke all what he has contributed to the community in Nigeria. Now, it is really left a big void. What do we do? How do we actually carry on with the mission? Mr. Mirani said very clearly that we will miss Mr. Patel, but his mission will not remain unfinished. We will carry on with that mission. Also, Raghu discussed about actually, the Indo Eye Care Foundation, which was his pet project for several years. For several years, he has dedicated himself actually in actualizing that dream of his. And unfortunately, before that Indo Eye Care Foundation could start the real eye care hospital activities, he passed away. But only gratifying thing is in the last 1 year, he saw that Indo Eye Care Foundation has been put to beautiful use. The facility has been put to service the Nigerian and Indian community who were infected and impacted by the COVID. A state-of-the-art facility which has really helped in saving many lives, and he has seen that actually happening in the last 1 year. I think that must be really, really giving him, a big sense of achievement. We will all keep praying, for his soul to rest in perfect peace, but we will also commit ourselves actually to carry on with his activities and make sure that Mr. Patel is remembered in our lives continuously. God bless. Thank you very much.
Om Shanti. Mr. Shiva, I also agree with you that we should carry on the great hard work started by him. That's why, as he left, he left some leaders behind. What he has done is he has groomed leaders who have taken over some responsibilities and carrying on the good humanitarian work which he started with. I will now request Dr. Sholoye to speak few words. Dr. Sholoye, please unmute yourself on your video and speak the few words, please. Dr. Sholoye. Okay. I'm not able to see Dr. Sholoye online. I want to now check on if Mr. Yogesh Bhai is online. Mr. Yogesh Bhai, if you're online, please unmute yourself and indicate that you're online. Mr. Yogesh Bhai, Navsari Eye Institute. I don't think he's also online. I'll now request Mrs. Sonali Gupta, the principal for ILS, to please speak a few words. Mrs. Sonali Gupta.
Namaskar. I, on behalf of the members of the Board of Trustees, staff and students of Indian Language School, pay our heartfelt condolences as we mourn and pray for the departed soul of Shri Naranbhai Patel. Mr. Patel was not only one of the senior trustee of the school, but a very valued member of the ILS family. He was an accomplished industrialist, a very compassionate philanthropist who found solace in charitable drives. And he had told me once to visit the eye care camp that was organized by him. I was really surprised to see the level of work that was going on, the number of operations that were done in a single day. And that made me realize and understand what was the stature of this man. He was a very, very driven Rotarian, a highly respected Indian national in Nigeria. As ma'am has put it very rightly, not only was he an integral part of Indian Language School for many years, maybe 30 or plus years, he was truly a strong pillar of support and strength for ILS family. be it any issue which was related to approvals or constructions or any aspect of the school. I remember Mr. Patel was always there for us. He was our father figure, under whose guidance the ILS family bloomed and prospered. We are forever indebted to him for everything. Personally, I would not only miss the interactions that I had with him when he came down to the school and came down to the office to see me, but the piece of advice that he always gave me whenever we met, wherever, whichever occasion we were together. I will always remember him as a magnanimous man of very few words, a person with a very large heart and great determination. He will be missed by all of us, but he will remain in our hearts forever. And I agree with most speakers and people who said that we need to continue the work that he has started. May God give his family the strength to fear this irreparable loss, and may his gentle soul rest in peace. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yes, I agree with you that he was a man of few words. He had this special ability to convey his thoughts in few words, and usually his words were of action. That is not just words, mere words, that what are the next action steps? That's what comes out from his mouth. I fully agree with you. I will now request Mr. Gavankarji, representing Metro Group, to come and say a few words. Mr. Gavankar.
Namaskar, everybody. On behalf of Metro Group, former and present staff of Metro, domestic staff of Patel family, residents of Pamburi State, my wife and myself, I convey my heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, and members of Nigerian and Indian community. The passage of into glory of Patelji is a loss to all of us. He was the great sense of the word. He was a selfless, a leader, and a great philanthropist to mankind. He was highly respected by Nigerians and Indians. He was my managing director at Metro Group for over 36 years. I know about his exemplary way of life and how he worked for the benefit of Nigeria and Indian community. I have seen his compassionate heart, and sympathy for the underprivileged and needy people in Nigeria. He was a rare gem. My wife and I are grateful to the Almighty God for connecting us to Patelji's family and become a part of his life. He was my mentor. He made me what I am today. He taught me in many ways. Patelji has left his footprints in the sand of the history in Nigeria and has left a legacy. If we continue to follow his footprints and his legacy, that will be a rare tribute to the departed soul. May his rare soul rest in perfect peace. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's true. Those of us who had the privilege of knowing him closely and personally are truly blessed. We are truly blessed. Those of us who knew him closely and have worked with him on certain projects. I will now request Mr. Shailesh Tanna, the president for Gujarati Samaj, to come up and speak a few words. Mr. Shailesh Tanna.
I'm coming.
Om Shanti. Everybody has said for Mr. Patel so many things, and congratulations to the Sabha who have arranged a very nice video for Mr. Patel ji's life. The entire lifespan in Nigeria and Lagos, what he has done, all his good things and philanthropic activity, we have seen it. But me being Gujarati, and when I came to Lagos, and I still remember in 1999, I was in dying need of a house, and Mr. Patel gave me a key of a house which belongs to them opposite temple where Mr. Kavankar is staying. He gave me the key and he said, Tanna, open the house and stay with your family there. I said, but Mr. Patel, we have not done the agreement. My company has not paid the rent yet. Should I continue? He said, don't worry. You will not betray me. Please take the key and go ahead. I was such a touch at that moment that a person who has given me the house key without knowing me just for the 3 months, and we started living in that house. Mr. Patel is a Bhishma Pitamaha for Gujarati Samaj. Gujarati Samaj, I still remember where in 2005 there was a annual general meeting was there in Cumberland Hotel, where late Shri Ram Purohit ji from Navsari High Hospital, he was there with us. And that day he saw this dream that we want to continue with the eye surgeries in Nigeria. And that is where he asked all of us Gujaratis, those who were there, including our committee members and common members, we gathered at that day in 2005, 1.5 million and give it for an Indo-Eye Care Foundation project to be started. Later on, Gujarati Samaj has approximately given 35 million, which we have accumulated this fund in Gujarati Samaj. And with Mr. Patel's vision, all these funds were kept in a good fixed deposit in the banks. And that's why the money was grown. And that is how we helped Indo-Eye Care Foundation. And today, Mr. Patel is not with us. It is a great loss to entire Bhakta family in Mahua, where he belongs to. I went with my wife Hina 2-3 times at Mahua, and I've seen it that in entire town Mahua, everybody is bounding down to Mr. Patel. He has made a school, he has made a very big college and institute, which is followed in 3 acres of land. With the land was given by Mr. Patel, donated by him, and the entire building was also been constructed by him. This is how Mr. Patel was. And he is the one, he taught us about the lifespan, the great philanthropy, and being very down to earth. I was always very much blessed to go out with Mr. Patel and Mrs. Patel on many big occasions. He will always ask, where is my seat? Even though his seat is always kept in a front row and in a very middle place, but he will still ask, where is my seat so I can sit there? So we will always remember Mr. Patel in our minds and body and hearts. And everybody has said, and Mr. Pradeep has also said, that now the hospital Indo-Eye Care Foundation, which was his great dream, is just around the corner, but he missed it. But we always make sure that it will be opened in a proper way, and his administration of that hospital should be always followed up as per Mr. Patel's dream and his ethics. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Mr. Shailesh Tanna. I'll now request Lieutenant Kole Jagun, the current president of Rotary Club of Pamgru Estate, to come on stage and speak few words. Lieutenant Kole Jagun, President, Rotary Club of Lagos Pamgru Estate.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh. I'm here to talk on behalf of our club, Rotary Club of Lagos Bangkok Estate, of which Rotary Patel is our mentor and one of the founders. In 2008, Rotary Patel with some of his friends came together to initiate the process of starting the Rotary Club of Lagos Bangkok Estate. One of his friend who was a foundation member then, a chartered member, and the chartered president, Rotary Mirani, has spoken earlier. A lot have been said about Rotary Patel. I'm not even supposed to speak more. The district governor has spoken, but Rotary Patel, one of us, is our mentor. I'm here to talk briefly. The loss of Rotary Patel is not just a loss to the, but also to Rotary International and to our club especially. Rotary Patel was the very key part of all our policies and all our decisions and whatever we do. He's instrumental to our major projects, the mission for vision, the president of the has also spoken about. He's also been very instrumental to the Rotary Partner Hospital. That's the Indo Eye Care Hospital, very instrumental for that. And Rotary Patel, he is a member of the AKS, that's the Archplumb Society. For you to be there, you have to have donated $250,000 to the Rotary Foundation, which he has done, and he has even done more than that. Because of Rotary Patel, over 5,000 people in the last 10 years have regained their sight because of his insight into having the Mission for Vision project. This year alone, we've already started the process, and we're going to treat over 1,800 patients free because of his initiative. So what are we going to do to honor our dearly departed Rotarian? As I speak to you, work has started. We've gotten an approval from the local government, the Oju way, the local government there, on town planning way. There is a small park which we've been given the approval to beautify and plant trees and make into a garden, a park and garden by the local government. So in memory of Rotary Patel, we have decided to seek the approval of Lagos State government to rename that park in front of the local government after Rotary Patel, once it is completed. So we're going to call it, once you drive in from the expressway in front of the local government, there is a small park. Work has started there today. So it's going to be named Rotary NG Patel Park and Garden. And the district governor will commission it. We are also going to put a bust, a sculpture of the Rotary Patel in the park as a show, as a means of remembering him for what he has done for not only the Rotary world, for the Rotary community, but also for Nigerians. So we're going to honor Rotary Patel, and we're going to call on everyone of you when it is time to unveil the bust, to unveil the name, to attend the ceremony. I cannot say much. We are still in brief. Yesterday we had our meeting and we paid a tribute to the Rotarian Patel. The district governor is also going to visit our club on the 8th of August, and we've also set aside some minutes to pay tribute to Rotarian Patel. There is no measure, there is nothing much we can do, but to keep up his good work. He has started something for us. He has started well for the Rotary Club of Lagos Bangkok. He has done a lot for humanity, both here in Lagos, Nigeria, and outside of Nigeria. So what we can do is to make sure that his legacy stays beyond, and his legacy stays forever. And on behalf of the Rotary Club of Lagos and Group Estate, I want to commiserate with the family, his friends, the Indian community, and Rotary International for this great loss. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotarian College Agun. I'll now request Mr. Dinesh Rathi, past president of Indian Professional Forum IPF, to come on stage and speak few words. Mr. Dinesh Rathi, past president, Indian Professional Forum. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Can't see online. Okay. We move to the next person. We're also trying to locate Mrs. Gitika Tandon, the Indian Women Association president, but I can't see her online. If you have signed in by some other name, please indicate so. Mrs. Gitika Tandon, in case you have signed in by some other name online, but there are so many participants, it's not easy to see because you're not signed in with your own name. Okay, we move forward.
I will represent Indian Women Association, Cicely Jacob.
Sorry?
Cicely Jacob will represent.
Okay, please go ahead.
It is a sad.
Video, we could hear you clearly. On your video, please.
Yeah, it is a sad occasion. I know Mr. Patel by past 38 years. In Nigeria, everybody used to call Narayan Bhai Patel as Patel Bhai or Patel Sahib. He was a fatherly figure to our Indian Women Association and a mentor for giving guidance and support to the charity work. In 1998, when IWA started Artificial Limb Project at Ikorodu, he was our inspiration and driving force for us. He was humble and loving. Never say no to anyone who approached him for help. On behalf of Indian Women Association, I extend our condolences to each and every member of his family and entire Indian community in Lagos and in India. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Om Shanti. I will now request Mrs. Chief Akande to come and say a few words. I'm trying to locate Mrs. Chief Akande online, but I can't see somebody logged in by that name. So if you have signed in by some other name, please indicate so. I can see some people signed in by their phone names, etc. Galaxy, and some people are some 191 something. So I wouldn't know if Mrs. Chief Akande is part of the people here. No, I can't say. Okay. Okay, I'm again calling upon Dr. Sholoye. Is Dr. Sholoye around? Okay, I can't see Dr. Sholoye. Okay. I would request Mr. Narendra Chu or Mr. Pal Singh, representing the Punjabi Samaj. Please come on stage and speak a few words.
Dr. Sholay is there.
Or Mr. Pal Singh.
Pradeep, Dr. Sholay is there in Phoenix.
Me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Dr. Sholay, we can hear you.
Okay. Dr. Sholay. Signed by what name? What is it signed by? What name is it signed as?
Infinix S5. Infinix S5.
Okay. So, Dr. Sholay, over to you, sir.
Can you hear me?
So we can't hear you. Can you move closer to your mic?
I first knew Mr. Patel
an employer employing disabled people in metropolitan industries. That's what's linked up. Patel is a philanthropist. He has helped a lot of Nigerians to establish in this country. But I must admit that the honesty and integrity of N.G. Patel, some Nigerians have attempted to exploit, but Mr. Patel never revenge. His principle is always peace at all costs. I'm going to be very brief now. When he discovered that the disease of the eye called cataract was not a big deal, he suggested that he mobilize some Indians to come to Nigeria for eye treatment, and started free of charge in 2005, going to states in the southwest, in the north. He will bring in doctors and nurses to treat people with cataract. I have to ask him, why are you doing this? He said, cataract is not a big deal. Brought these Indians and they will perform at least 100 operations a day. I can tell you, some of our people didn't like that. All prevent them from making money. Today, there's in Nigeria hospital that is not yet commissioned. He restricted treatment in Ogun and Lagos. We have to appreciate Governor Fashola of Lagos State for giving us a land way to the airport. You will know that there's a big hospital there, which is not yet institution after N.G. Patel. Patel does not want to blame anything. I cannot tell you how many problems he has solved in business. He called me and said, this company is having problems with government in Lagos, anywhere. Can you do something? All that we are saying now, we are able to immortalize N.G. Patel. When he had an accident in the back and in head, his wife took care of him. And when he wanted to go to him, we prayed for him that he would come back. We didn't know that even his caretaker will go for him. As somebody said in the testimony I had, they live together on earth, and I hope we will live together in heaven. Please consider naming that hospital in the memory of N.G. Patel. Thank you for this opportunity. There will be more to say about N.G. Patel later on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll now request Yogesh Bhai, representing the Navsari Eye Institute, to please come on stage and speak a few words. Yogesh Bhai, over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep. Namaskar. I personally want to talk about the Kaka only, because he is just like my father, my mentor. Regarding Rotary Eye, I have to concern almost one person's name is Ram Purohit also. Both have started and are starting me in this social community services in Nigeria. And I'm lucky to be there for 5 years and more than 10 years.
Yogesh Bhai, your mic has gone off.
He's a philanthropist. But more than it, he's a being human. What is the difference between human being and being human? He told me, you guys, you want to do something else, then you have to become a being human. I can't understand it. But by his own life, I can understand that what is the difference between being human and human being. It's a common people, but common people has a lots of energy, lots of directions, lots of philosophy. He always told me regarding any community services that he said, because first you have to start with your involvement. Are you ready to do something else by forgetting anything else? You have to prove your integrity regarding the productive manners. You have to involve yourself. You have to prove the accountability with the whole persons who are involved in the whole project. And then you can prove yourself as a true volunteers. Being a Rotarians, you have to know the values and virtues of the Rotaries, that know thyself and service above self. He told me each and every moment regarding the community services project that you have to forget all the things.
Such that 1/4 of the number is 3 more than 7. So
and then others, you have to find out yourself where you are, why you are, and for whom you are. The Nigeria Indo-Eye Care project, when we have started it in Nigeria, I visited more than 5 to 10 times in Nigeria. But each and every moment, hard work is the only remedy to prove yourself as a true Rotarians and true human beings. You have to develop the relations between lots of peoples. You have to hear the lots of people's voice, their advice, but you have to involve yourself, and then you can prove the real social service persons. Kakas lost in my life, not only, but in whole social life in Nigeria and in India also. Still, Rotary Eye Institute, I'm running in absence of him, but I have a encouraging inspirations. Each and every moment I'm getting with the soul speaking today, since from the Kaka's voice. I heard him each and every moment. What are you doing, Yogesh? Why you are doing you? You have to go forward. If you want to forward your society, you have to go forward to the whole society, for the whole work and for the whole community. In Nigeria, you have to do more work for the Nigerian people, for the Nigerian community, and the Indian community is with you every time. I thanks a lot of things to the Nigerian Indian community, not only, but the Nigerian and entire community who has supporting for this project. And Rotary Eye is proud to be with their technical support and partners for this incoming Nigeria Indo Eye Care Foundations, Hindu Mandir, other Indian communities. I really never forget my uncle. In his absence, I will be there each and every moment with his own lives, in his own voice. I never forget him anytime, because our uncle and auntie has given me the real persons of the life, how you can live it, how you can forget it, how you can do for the another things, for the another people who are completely in need of it. You have to find out the way to serve in which way they need it. And I am trying my level best, and my homage to my uncle, my father, my mentor. I never forget it. A big loss for the Indian community, my Rotary, and even though the Nigeria Indo Eye Care Foundation and other services society also. But we have to go forward if we want to serve the society. We have to remember him, his thought process, his integrity, his involvement, his accountability, his times management, and not only, but a very, very important part is a human being. He's always ready to do something else for the society. I'm never forget him. I have to continue my work. Then I have to remember uncle in my heart. I salute him. I never forget it, but I have to lost. And everybody has to accept the God's blessings to him, and he's blessed us for this noble work we are doing it. And today is the day for the homaging, that he is completely in the rest of heaven, with the lots of people who are awaiting to do something else and give the blessings to our very extraordinary work is the Indo Eye Care Hospital. I am awaiting for the next Nigeria visit to salute him and homage him in Indo Eye Care Hospital. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Yogesh Bhai. You're not the only person to whom he shows the purpose of life. Many of us got to know the purpose of life through late Narayan Patel. I now request Mr. Shivakumar Velappan, the president of Tamil Samaj, please come on stage and speak a few words. Mr. Shivakumar Velappan, President, Tamil Samaj.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Patel, everyone spoke about his services to the community. According to me, he is a complete, composed, and balanced personality who runs his life in terms of his business, social activities, community services, and his charity work. Our sincere condolences to the Patel family and Mr. Gavankar and his colleagues and the community. And Mr. Patel will be missed for his all the services he has rendered to this community. There is always a person to reach out whenever you have a personal problems or community issues. That position is now empty, and that legacy will be there, and someone has to take care of that one, because the entire Indian community is missing you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll now request the chairman of Nigeria India Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Chief Israeli, to please speak a few words about late Narayan Patel. Over to you, my chair. Please unmute yourself. Chief Israeli. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pradeep. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege to participate in this ceremony this afternoon, to extol the qualities of a real gentleman, I would say a Nigerian and an Indian. I first met Shri Patel more than 30 years ago when the late Chief Charles Sankey invited me to come and join the board of the Nigerian Indian Chamber of Commerce. And since that time, I have found Shri Patel to be a gentleman who is driven by social and community services. We have all heard so many eulogies of him about the various organizations he has worked with and contributed through. The Indo-Nigerian Eye Clinic, Artificial Limbs, Rotary Club, the Indian School, helping on the privilege. He's a wonderful man. No wonder the government of Nigeria gave him a national honor. He's a member of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it has been a pleasure for me to have worked with him on the board of the Nigerian Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We will miss him surely, no doubt about that. His passing was made even more sad by the fact that his wife passed just before him. We all will miss him here. We had thought and hoped and prayed that despite his illness and age, at some point in time, he'll be able to come back to Nigeria, even just casual visits, if not to live fully. Given his age, we would not have been surprised if he wasn't going to live here fully, but we would have expected him to come and go, in particular when the Indo-Nigerian Eye Clinic will be open. We had hoped that he'll be back. We'll see him one more time. But unfortunately, our good Lord decided to call him early. We thank him for the contributions he's made to the Nigerian society. He has uplifted so many people, those challenged with limbs, and the many Nigerians who would not have seen with their sight anymore, and he and his organization helped. We appreciate him. We pray that his family will be able to bear this loss, and we pray the Almighty to give him good rest with him in a place of peace perpetually. On behalf of my wife, the board, and the entire members of the Nigerian Indian Chamber of Commerce, we wish him well with the Lord and commiserate with the family. And we say, fare thee well, Shri N.G. Patel. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my chair, Chief Shirley.
Thank you.
I would request the representative of Rotary Club of Echo Atlantic to please come on stage and speak a few words about late Narayanbhai Patel. Representative of Rotary Club of Echo Atlantic.
Namaste and good afternoon to all dignitaries and esteemed individuals, family and friends worldwide who are present in this prayer meeting for Uncle Patel. I'm Rotarian Mamta Debroy from Rotary Club of Echo Atlantic. Death is the most cruel reality in life that we all have to embrace someday or the other. But there are few lives like Patel uncle who leave a glorious reason for others to celebrate their life forever. Not because of what he had, but because what he gave. Uncle's passing away is indeed an irreparable loss to the entire humanity. But his legacy of love and compassion will live forever in the hearts of millions of people. Today, I convey my heartfelt tribute to the noble soul and my prayers and sincere condolences to the bereaved family and friends of Uncle Patel on this sad hour of immense grief. And I pray that his gentle soul rest in eternal peace. I thank Sabha, most respected Ramesh Biswalji, who found me worthy enough to be able to speak few words on this day. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Mrs. Mamta Debroy, for that kind words. I request the President of Rotary Club of Lagos Island, Mrs. Kamlesh Jain, to please come on stage and speak few words about Naranbhai Patel ji. Rotarian Kamlesh Jain ji, President, Rotary Club of Lagos Island. Seems she's not online now. I'll request Mr. Dinesh Rathi, past President of IPF, to please come on stage. Okay, not online. I will request Mr. Deepak Kalita, the President of Asami Samaj. Okay. Let me use this time to hand over the mic to Mr. Praveen Kumar, who is representing the Bhojpuri Parivar as the President. Over to you, Mr. Praveen Kumar.
नमस्कार। आज हम यहाँ पर श्रद्धांजलि श्री नारायण भाई पटेल जी को देने के लिए उपस्थित हुए हैं और ऑनलाइन के माध्यम से अभी 118 लोग इस श्रद्धांजलि सभा में शामिल हैं। मैं भोजपुरी परिवार की तरफ से अपनी भावभीनी श्रद्धांजलि श्री नारायण भाई पटेल जी के उच्च विचार और उनके कार्यों के प्रति करता हूं और भगवान उनके आत्मा को शांति दे। ओम शांति।
हो गया और कैसे ज्यादा गया।
I now request Mr. Chitranjan Bangera, President of Kolkata, to please come on stage and speak a few words.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries present. I am speaking on behalf of the entire Tulukuta committee and in Lagos. क्या कहूँ, शब्द नहीं है मेरे पास. Many dignitaries have already spoken about Patel uncle as I used to address him. And we all know he was a very well philanthropist, mentor, and a great inspiration to all of us. What an exemplary life he lived, and he touched so many lives around him. And one of me also, I was one of them. He used to always advise us as to how do we go about doing charitable work and how do we, give our best to the society. He not only did service to his people in Mahua, but also in his host country here. I actually fall short of words in his praise. All I can say is that the society has lost a gem, and he will surely be missed dearly by all his near and dear ones, but mostly by the community which he served so religiously. I used to be very happy to see uncle and auntie always together in every function, wherever they go. And now I'm more happy to know that they're together eternally and forever. I take this opportunity on behalf of Tulukuta community in Lagos to extend our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and Metro Group. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I request Mr. Manu Lalwani, Trustee, Gita Ashram, to please come on stage and speak a few words.
Jai Shri Krishna. Today we all have gathered here to pay our humble respect to a great personality, Shri Naranbhai Patel, who during his lifetime did so much for the upliftment of the underprivileged in the society, both here in Nigeria and India. My direct contact with him was in the year 2002, when he visited Gita Ashram along with Mr. Deep Mirani to find out how we were managing the eye care program. And he wanted to know how we were conducting the surgeries, because he said that they also want to do in a very big way, which later on they did, and they are still doing. The establishment of Indo Eye Care Hospital was his dream project, which has become a reality now. On behalf of the trustees of Gita Ashram and management committee, I offer to wish my sincere condolences to the family. Om Shanti.
I'll request Mr. Himanshu Mohapatra, the president of Odia Samaj, to please come on stage.
Namaskar.
Hello.
On behalf of Odia Samaj, I'm representing here Himanshu. It's a very sad day for me. I know Patel Saab till I moved to Ilupeju, and I really respect for him the work he contributed for the humanity, development of the society, and always think for the poor people. And like a youth, for me, he is inspiration, he's a mentor, and I always respect him that whatever the cause, he always there. If you call him for any issues, he will come and advise you. A great philanthropist, and he himself is institutions. He has done a lot of things for the society. I respect him, and on this special day, I giving him a great tribute. And he is our own Gajapati Maharaj. We called him our own Gajapati Maharaj. The chariot festival we do, he's always there. I respect him, and let his pious and great soul attain the moksha. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll request Mr. Joshiji, representing Swati, to please come on stage. Joshiji.
Namaskar. I really don't have words to express the sorrow and grief that I felt, because he had been a great person who inspired even me. We started Swati with the same ideal that there should be all Indians put together in one umbrella, one platform. That is exactly what Swati means. But later on, when I met him, he attracted me under his umbrella, and so humble person. So I said that he is the right mentor. I should be with him. And he was a humanity personified. Okay. What to talk more about him? The only thing I feel that, yes, he had one more dream, which somewhat, coincided with my own profession, that is pharmaceutical. So he wanted to have something in pharmaceutical, and he sent messages to me to meet and do something in pharma. And I think that dream, because of COVID thing coming, could not be fulfilled. Otherwise, whatever he has done for the community, it is what I know him is just a tip of iceberg. He is such a towering personality, and as and when I know more about what he had done in India and in different communities, different things, I have still to know about him, and my respect for him grows beyond all bounds now. So we cannot emulate him, but we can certainly take lessons from what he did, what he meant, and I, for one, will definitely do, and in Swati also, all my people will do whatever best we can do for the humanity. That was the torch he had shown, and we will follow it and we'll keep on doing whatever, even 1% of what he wanted to do, if we are able to achieve or do, it will be great pleasure for us. So we pay homage, and at the same time, we pray God that whichever place is there in other words, the heaven, he should be given, and along with Auntie, should be given the highest place, and he should have peace, perfect peace, eternal peace, and from the other word, he should keep on blessing us, guiding us, and we will be definitely helped by his great soul. With that, I pray that he becomes, we believe in India that somebody who rises to that level, he becomes a part of God, because God has given a part of that super soul, has given a part of his glory to him. So for us, he is again, somebody as our respected, deity or godly this thing. So I pray, and then I will be there, whatever is required now. My people over here, whatever they say, I will be coming and always contributing.
Mr. Senapati, representing Bogniyo Parishad, Bangyo Parishad, Mr. Senapati.
Good afternoon. Today it is a very sad day for the whole society. Patel sir, we will miss you physically, but you will be with us always. You have created a vision. You have created so many schools, colleges. You have given eyesight to so many people. You have given limbs to so many people. So everybody will remember you. We will not miss you. We will always remember you. Patel sir, whatever is your dream, we'll try to fulfill it. Om Shanti.
Thank you. I would now like to request the IPF President, Mr. Harsh Mehta, to come on stage and speak a few words. Mr. Harsh Mehta, President, IPF, Indian Professional Forum President. Mr. Harsh Mehta.
Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Sorry for coming a little late. Sometimes the time seems to stand still when we lose someone so special. Someone so special like Shri Patel Sahab, who has touched so many lives of people in Nigeria and India, that even the God will be in amazement to receive him to his final abode. It has been quite a journey by Patel Sahab from a humble town in Gujarat to make such a big humanitarian mark in Nigeria and India. Definitely he will be missed. He left a vacuum which will be very difficult to fill. As Shri Krishna said in Gita, Nanam Chandanti Shastrani, Nanam Dahati Pavaka, Na Chanam Kledyantiapo, Na Soshate Maruta. For the benefit of my Nigerian friends, let me translate it in English. The eternal soul is immortal. Nor a weapon can pierce it, nor fire can burn it. Neither water can soak it, nor a wind or breeze can dry it. We believe that wherever Patel Sahab is today, in his final journey to the moksha, he will be at eternal peace. His soul, his work, his deeds will be forever remembered by all of us. On behalf of entire Indian Professional Forum, ExCom members and community, we express our deepest condolences to the departed soul and pray to God to give strength to his family to bear this irreparable loss. Patel Sahab ki yaad Nigeria se kabhi nahi jayegi. He will always be alive in our hearts. We pray God should give his soul the rightful place under his abode. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshji. I'll now request Mr. Giri, representing Chinmay, to come on stage and speak a few words. Mr. Giri, representing Chinmay. Audible.
Hari Om. Om Shri Guru Nama. I find it quite strange standing here paying tribute to Patel. He has this larger than life personality that I always believed he will always be there. But such is life, and we find ourselves here paying tribute to him. You've heard the tributes come, and it's a challenge for all of us that so much good things could be said about one person, and all of them talking about his humanitarian service to mankind. His utmost belief that Nara Seva is Narayana Seva. He lived that ideal to the end. And my own personal experience with him, I would say that he brought Chinmay Mission into this humanitarian. He insisted that we come here and establish our presence. He walked towards it, and he eventually brought us here. And to him, we owe that gratitude. There's not much to be said. A lot has already been said. We hold our grief, and we believe that his soul will be taken place by I would like to end by saying a short prayer at the purpose of his soul. Om Trayambakam Jame Sudan push the Bardana or to our Vandana Tion Chi Ramata.
May I request Mr. Mukesh Motwani, representing the Sindhi Samaj, to come on stage, please. Mr. Mukesh Motwani, representing Sindhi Samaj. Please unmute your mic and speak on.
Respected ladies and gentlemen, honorable family members, and dear friends of Shri Naran Patel, sir. Distinguished personalities have spoken about esteemed qualities of Shri Naran Bhai, which need no repetition. However, I remember one proverb by a saint wherein the life of Shri Naran Bhai will be truly reflected. The proverb says, I have just one tongue, but even if I had million tongues, I would just utter one word, give, 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 to as many as you can, on as many occasions as you can, for as long as you can. On behalf of Julilal Sindhi Samaj Charity Trust Lagos, we pay our heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Shri Naran Bhai. Thank you. Sadar Pranam. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I now request Dr. Shroga to speak. Words. Dr. Sugar, the stage is yours. Please unmute yourself and speak for 2 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I first met Mr. Narayanbai Patel, AKS MFR, just 14 short years ago when we were trying to start the Rotary Club of Lagos Pangrove Estate. Mr. Patel, I would describe as a humble, unassuming gentleman. He can be in a room and you almost will not know he's there. But he was a gentle giant, and with time you will know always is the soul behind all the things happening in that room where you didn't notice him at first. He has been a great supporter of Rotary Club and many club projects in liaison with the Indian community, where he has been an inspiration at every stage. No wonder his work in the community is recognized by the government of Nigeria with the MFR recognition, member of the Federal Republic. As you were told, he was also a member of our Club Society. Those are great supporters of the work of Rotary Foundation, the engine of Rotary for doing good in the world. With his contribution as a member of that society, he has a legacy that will live on forever, touching lives in all corners of the globe, even places where he never visited and places where many of us will never visit. His contribution will continue to make a difference in those places. Like we said, he has been a blessing to Nigeria in general through his efforts and through his inspiration and working with other Indians in the country. But he also made a difference even back home in his country. I was privileged to visit the college in Mwawa, where education is provided free of cost to the less privileged around him there in India. We all heard about the artificial limb project, the eye hospital, and so many other things. I recall about 3 years ago, there was a major project that Rotary was going to undertake, making medical cabins available to needy communities. And in the budget of that project, we didn't envisage that we needed to store our materials and assemble the cabins in Lagos because they were brought down to Lagos, as CKDs. So we had the trouble of finding a place to keep them. I approached Mr. Patel and he offered a warehouse that we occupied for 3 months. I was told by his staff that took us there that someone had actually come with the intention of paying to rent that warehouse. And Mr. Patel stopped the payment and said, let Rotary have it free. You can imagine, for 3 good months. So, my dear friends, this is a great soul that we shall miss forever. I recall his soulmates, his wife, Shradhanjali, who though always quiet too, was, a great inspiration behind most of the things he was doing. We pray for the repose of her soul, just as we pray for the repose of the soul of Mr. Patel, whom I call Kaka, uncle. He was an uncle to me, even though I'm Nigerian. He has left shoes too big to fill. But I'm glad to hear from my friends who have spoken that every effort will be made to ensure that his legacy lives on. Just 2 weeks ago, I was speaking with Rotarian Biswal about, organizing a phone call to Mr. Patel. Little did I know that he was more or less on his way out. We pray for the repose of his soul and that of his wife, and console the rest of the family, while we ask our friends not to let his dream die, but to keep it going. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Shanti. Thank you so much. I now request Mr. G.K. Ravi to please come on stage and speak a few words. Mr. G.K. Ravi, over to you, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. It's really with a heavy heart that I have to say a few words. I've had the privilege of working with Mr. Patel since I started with him in Lagos way back in 1982. He was an extremely large-hearted and warm person. Both he and Mr. and Mrs. Patel took excellent care of me whenever I used to travel. I moved from Lagos to London and then to Dubai. And each time I'll come to Lagos, he will insist that I should stay with them. Extremely hospitable, very loving, and taking care of everything. I was really touched by the humane approach that he would have to everybody around him. Any person has any problem, they would approach him. Whether he knew him or not, he will spontaneously try his level best to assist him. It's even today, as Mr. Harin rightly pointed out, we find it very, very difficult to accept that he and Savitriben are no more in our midst. But we have to learn, we have to carry on the legacy that he left behind. And in our own, some humble way, I would love to contribute to whatever we can. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravi. Yes, and the best tribute is to carry out his legacy, yes, undoubtedly. I will now request Mr. Manohar Kabra. Mr. Manohar Kabra, please come on stage and speak a few words. Okay, I'm told by the technical team he's not online. I will request either Mr. Narendra Chug or Mr. Pal Singh from the Punjabi Samaj to come on stage and speak a few words. Mr. Pal Singh, Mr. Narendra Chug. I'm told by the technical team that they're not online. Then Mr. Deepak Kalita of the Assami Samaj. If you're on stage, if you're online, please indicate. Mr. Deepak Kalita, Assami Samaj. Then also have Mr. Shri Lokonath Reddy of the Telugu Samaj, or Mr. Baluji of the Telugu Samaj. Mr. Okay, not online. Mr. Joseph Anthony, Kerala Samaj President. Mr. Joseph Anthony, President of Kerala Samaj. Mr. Girish Jaikar, President Maharashtra Mandal. Mr. Dr. Dinkar, President Kannad Sangh. Can't see him. Mr. Javed Ali, President of the Imad Muslim Association. I can't see them online, yes. Because sometimes they might be signed with some other name. Mr. Rohit Saha, Jain Samaj President. Mrs. Kamlesh Jain. Okay, I can see Shah now. Mr. Rohit Shah, please go ahead. Mr. Rohit of Jain Samaj, please go ahead and speak for sir. Mr. Shah, over to you, sir.
Jai Jinendra. On behalf of Lagos Jain Sangh, Narayan Bhai Patel, if you can use the word Narayan, is the name of God. Savitri Ben also has the name of goddess. If you can recall all these videos, what we had shown, as God has sent them to do the charitable works in Nigeria and over India also. On behalf of Lagos Jain Sangh, pray to God, they give the departed soul the moksha. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I'll request Mrs. Kamlesh Jain, President of Rotary Club of Lagos Island, please come on stage. Mrs. Kamlesh Jain. I think she's not online. Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, Afro-Asian Institute of BJP. Is Mr. Sanjay online? No. So it seems some people are not online, but I'll call their names, and if you have signed in by some other name, please indicate so. Mr. Manohar Kabra, Mr. Narendra Chugh, Mr. Pal Singh, Mr. Deepak Kalita, Shri Loknath Reddy, Mr. Balu, Mr. Joseph Anthony, Mr. Girish Jaikar, Maharashtra Mandal President, Dr. Dinkar, Mr. Javed Ali, Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, Mrs. Kamlesh Jain, President of Rotary Club of Lagos Island. Is there anybody who wants to represent either the Kerala Samaj or Maharashtra Mandal? Okay, Mr. Nandu will represent Kerala Samaj. Please unmute yourself and speak on, sir, please. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
We can hear you very clearly, sir. Very clearly. Please go ahead.
Namaskar, everybody. So, I don't have to say much about Patel Saab because everybody said a lot. No need to tell more about whatever others said. But it is very unfortunate that we lost him. He was a great person for Kerala Samaj and Hindu Mandir Foundation and Ayyappa Bhakta Mandal, because I'm representing all. Since Mr. Joseph Anthony is not there, so I will tell a few words about Kerala Samajam also. And also, I'm a Hindu Mandir Foundation committee member and Ayyappa Bhakta Mandal secretary also. So it is my duty to pay homage to Patel Saab. And we know each other for last 23 years. And we like each other. He always supported me, and he was a great strength for the association activities in Nigeria. What you see today, the Hindu Mandir Foundation, all the temples, like is a cultural representation of India, is Hindu Mandir Foundation, actually. It is Mr. Mirani and Patel Saab was behind for all this. Starting from, can see from left side, the recent one, temple. Jagannath temple, then Balaji, Muruga temple, Shiva temple, Ganpati temple, Ayyappa temple, Navagraha temple, and Hanumanji, and Durga Mata, Shri Krishna. You can say Sai, you can say all the gods are here, and all the devotees are most welcome anytime. That is one of the great part. You cannot see anywhere in the world. I never heard that it is a representation of Indian culture, which is in Ilpeju, where our people are sitting there. So he is the main person behind that, and he was a chairman of the trustee. So we'll lose him, no doubt. And only thing is that, like our ex-chairman, Shri Mirani Sahab said that his good work will continue. Is a great words, and the devotees can make a relief that the temple activity will continue, even the absence of Patel Sahab. I'm sure that Gaonkarji and all taking care of the temple very well. So we are thankful to him, and there is no death for Patel Sahab. He will be living in our heart, and all the Indian community and Nigerian community is thankful to him for his great work and contribution he made for this community. And always Kerala Samaj and Ayyappa Bhakta Mandal and Hindu Mandir Foundation is always remember him, always. There is no death for you, sir. You are living in our heart. Thank you, and praying for his Atma to get Shanti, and wherever he is, he should live happy, and both Madam and Patel Sahab should live together, and maybe he is watching from heaven and blessing us. So thank you very much, and our heartfelt condolence to his family members and all the Samaj community and Indian community. Thank you, Sabha, for organizing this meeting. And once again, Namaste and Om Shanti. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I'll request the President of Maharashtra Samaj, Girish Jekar, to come on stage, please. Mr. Girish Jekar, President Maharashtra.
I had the opportunity to meet Patel Sahab at many occasions for Maharashtra Mandal for organizing the Ganpati festival, and also for Indo Eye Care when we had arranged a big program for Maharashtra Mandal. So at that time also, he always used to guide us and always assisted us in organizing, and always was a very good in guiding and always helped us. On behalf of Maharashtra Mandal, I express heartfelt condolences to the Patel family, and he will always remain in our heart. We will miss him. Thank you very much.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Girish ji. I'll now request one of the Rotary family members, Master Governor, Mr. Kamaru Moto, should please come on stage and speak for just minutes. I know that you have a lot to speak about him, but time, just speak for 2 minutes and please.
Thank you for this opportunity to say a few words about this great man.
Please on your video, sir, and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Please.
Thank you for this opportunity to say a few words about this great man. A great gift, a great God gift to humanity, a philanthropist by excellence, and a great Rotarian. I've been having the opportunity to meet with Patel for many times, and little did I know that the last time I saw him will be the last. I've been very grateful to him for his contribution, not just to Rotary, but to Indian community and Nigerian at large. It has been wonderful to everybody, and this is testimony I've been listening to all along. It's a great pleasure to be in this man's company, but more importantly, to Rotary, to which I really represent. He's actually a cheerful giver, always willing to give, as if there is no end to his resources. Maybe that's why God gives him such a position. I had to be the front runner to collect $250,000 for his opportunity to be AKS. Just to let you know, his name will remain in the Rotary Center in Never State, and that's where his memory will be. As PDG, the initial guy has already mentioned, we'll keep on celebrating him, and we thank God for his life, and it's a good example to us all. And what the rest you can do for those of us behind is to make sure that his dream never dies. And I'm sure it will not. Thank you very much. May God be with all of you. And thank you for celebrating this great man. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much. I'll request Mr. Ram Mohan to represent the Telugu Samaj and speak a few words. Mr. Ram Mohan, over to you, sir. Please unmute yourself. On your video, please. Mr. Ram Mohan, representing Telugu Samaj. Is there anybody from Telugu Samaj who wants to say a few words, please? Yeah. So, to conclude the program, I will request Mr. Ramesh Viswal to speak a few words. When he is speaking, he will be also speaking on behalf of the Hindu Foundation as well as the Sabha coordinator. Mr. Ramesh Viswal, over to you. Jai Shri. Today, we are meeting in a place where the person has created this legacy. He is not here. And we are here to give the homage to the gentleman named Mr. Patel. Patel is a brand name for India only. But Narayan Bhai Patel, he is in Nigeria as the brand ambassador for Nigerians, Indians living in Nigeria and also the other parts of the globe. Actually, not only the brand ambassador, he was the one of the most person. We call him not as a brand, not as a brand ambassador. We call him as a institution. Actually, he has created so many institutions, and the one of the institutions is the Hindu Mandir Foundation. Actually, only the visionary leader who thought of in the 1980s or 1970s create these Hindu Mandir Foundations. Because Hindu Mandir Foundation today is getting the footprints of 1,000 to 2,000 daily basis on the ordinary days. On weekends, it comes up to 2,000 footprints. And that is his vision by which all the 60,000 Indians are getting peace of mind. Actually, it is a big peace of mind in the temple people get, and for which we should salute him and for so many things. So that's why I call him, is not a name. Narayan Bhai Patel is not a name, it is a big institution which he has created. And this legacy we should run. And for this, we are supposed to pray the gentle and pious soul to get the peace. So let all of us pray once more and get better peace for this pious soul, so that will be the best gratitude to Narayan Bhai Patel. And also, to continue this situation, I request all of us, all over the globe, he is not only a Indian, he is also called the Nigerian Papa. You must be knowing in Rotary also he is called Papa Patel. Rotary, he is the first AKS member in our district. So that is a big thing for all of us. We should remember Patel Sahab. So the Patel Sahab is the big institution. Let's carry the legacy of Patel Sahab. Om Shanti. Let's pray once more for having a great soul to rest in peace. Om Shanti. Jai Shri Jagat. Jai Shri Jagat. Jai Shri Krishna. And with this, I will request all of us join one more time
to conclude this program, having 1 more minute silence. I will request everybody to stand up, wherever is there, so that we can have a last prayer for the day today. But he needs the prayer on the daily basis so that the soul will be rest in peace. Om Shanti. Now we will do anything. We will take to give the flowers to everybody. Everybody will come and just put the flower, and in their online, so let them put it. We wanted to thank everybody, all of us here. We did everything for all of us. Thank you for joining, and we are grateful. We have
Om Jayam Chaburuka Adhushya Vishwa Bhutan Tripharasya Mratan Devi Om Tribhadhut Bahude Murugaha Bhadosheha Bhavat Punaha Sadho Vipandakra Matsasana Nasane Sadho Dhirarashayata Dhirajo Haripurukaha Sajato Atyarishata Pasa Bhumi Mato Puraha Amani Jagdire Chandao Gosi Jagdire Tasmadha Jistasmadha Jayada Tasmadha Tasmadha Ke Shobhaya Dadaha Dhavo Hajagnire Tasma Yada Ajavayaha Tanjagnam Rokshan Guru Kanjatamagrataha Tena Deva Arjanta Tyarikayasati Guru Kamyadatu Adhidha Yakalpaihanna Mukham Himatya Sitkim Baho Himo Upada Brahmanosya Mukhamase Bahuda Janya Kritaha Guru Tanasya Jadveshyaha Padyangu Sudro Hajayata Chandrama Manaso Jata Chaksoho Sujo Hajayata Sudradvaisha Lansya Mukhadagnirajayata Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everybody as you have joined and we have given the homage to our Papa Patel. If anybody's name is missing, we could not ask them to talk. It is because of time scarcity. Otherwise, it is not anything intentional. We wanted everybody's prayer for the pious soul to rest in peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Suklaji, you can have one more prayer.
Gita punyam yapate preta kuma Shobhadamavnoti Sukta Gita Jnanasya Pranayam Devasya Devam Sasram Devati
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Hello. Thank you, everyone, to present here for this condolence meeting and great tribute to Mr. N.G. Patel. Now the program is over, and I am going to close the Zoom meeting now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pravinji.
ओम शांति। भगवान श्री पटेल अंकल और आंटी की आत्मा को शांति दे। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Pravinji, thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
આ પૂરું થઈ ગયું લાગે.
जब हम फट जाएंगे
But if this is the last time we get to say goodbye, then we know we will do so with this knowledge.
अच्छा मैं नहीं दिखी सार बोल रहे हैं मैं नहीं दिखी मुझे लगा फोटो मुझे लगा कोई फोटो
तो साथ में मेरे को मैसेज भेज देगा तो 1-to-1 मेरा जो होता था वही मैं क्या कि